3D Visualizer is a software which is meant for interactive and visual exploration of a 3D graded data. This data set could be made available from any field, be it the field of medical sciences, be it the field of biosciences or the field of geosciences. It has a wide range of application. The data set that we try to visualize over here is a geodynamic data set. Let's see how this data is represented. This data set is represented by a curvilinear grid. In this curvilinear grid, the different scalar quantities like pressure, temperature, viscosity are defined at each of the vertices, and at other places that lie between the vertices, these quantities are basically interpolated. Now this data set is actually a geodynamic data set. That means this grid that you see is actually a part of the portion of the earth. Let's see, where does this data set lie in our earth? I'll try to draw earth. Here you see we have a model of the earth. In this model, if you see, we have got three different layers. One is the outer layer, which is known as the crust, where all the continents lie. Now there's another layer right at the center, which is known as the core, is represented by the orange color. And the area between this orange color and the top layer that lies contains our data set. Scientists try to study these different scalar and vector quantities like temperature, pressure, velocity and viscosity in order to analyze the 3D plate tectonics and mantle convection models. Let's try to visualize a particular scalar variable, temperature, for which I'll have to make some selections. And if you see over here, this green color box that is coming is representing a particular point in this data set. So I'll try to just select a particular point in this. What we have over here is a surface, basically a plane which is generated and which is color encoded to represent the temperature. In this, if I explain you the color encoding scheme, the pink portion represents the hottest portion of the earth and the red portion represents the coolest portion. The intermediate temperature are represented by green and blue colors. Like I mentioned, there are convection currents present in this layer of the earth. Now we'll try to visualize the x component of the velocity of these convection currents in this particular data set. For this, I'll have to make some selections, and I'm able to make the selection by this green colored box. If you see, what we have over here is a surface at which the value of this component of the velocity is constant in the entire region of the surface. Now we'll try to visualize the movement of particles in this region by using a different algorithm. These streamlines represent the velocity, the movement of the particles in this particular region of the earth.